Hey guys, it's Dan. I wasn't planning on unboxing this kit next after my early Saxon Armored Warriors. However, I was just really curious, and you can see it's a small kit. I've already taken it apart here because the thing I was curious about is how do these heads that come in this kit compare to the heads that come in the Greek Hoplite kit that we just reviewed about a week ago. And so what I've done, I guess first of all, the packaging is what you would expect from Victrix. Curiously, because this is a conversion kit, and it seems that they're going to start a line of conversion kits, because I saw there was a poll from them recently about what people wanted to see next in terms of conversion sets, but that there's no illustrated art. So what they've done here is they've taken, I believe, models from their Hypaspis set and added these Greek heads onto them, which also, by extension, suggests what this kit is for. And indeed, on the back, you can see more similar conversions, because again, these models are not from their Hoplite kit. Those, to me, look like they're Hypaspis, but I don't have that set. But again, just from looking at it, I believe that's what they are. So you can see here the description specifically states the kits that they recommend you use this with. So they're older Victrix Greek Hoplites, the unarmored Hoplites, again, which came a little bit later, the Macedonian Hypaspis, which has some like modeling crossover with the Libyan Spearmen. So that makes perfect sense to me that this is designed as a conversion kit to use heads from the new Victrix Greek Hoplite set in order to add some variety to your older sets. I will say straight away, I won't say I'm disappointed. I think it's more just that I didn't read, that I thought there were going to be a lot of unique Greek heads in this that are not in the Greek Hoplite set. So in other words, that this set could have also been used to enhance your Greek Hoplite set to add more head variety. As we saw in that kit really doesn't need any more head variety. And if you read the blurb on the set, which is also on their website, it clearly states what this kit is for. So this set is not designed to go add variety to your Greek Hoplite set. So what I did is I took it apart and I actually compared to my Greek Hoplite sprue, and I went through head by head to see which on this sprue were on this one. And what I found is that every single head that's on this sprue is represented on this sprue, and we'll take a look at that close up here in just a second, because there's some nuance to that. So every head that's on the Greek Hoplite sprue is on this sprue. However, every head that's on this sprue is not on the Greek Hoplite sprue. And what I've done to illustrate that is you can see I've added some paint in here just on the tabs that are holding the heads in place. And if the tab is in red, what that means is that that head is on the Greek Hoplite sprue. If it's in white, it's not. So there is an argument that you could pick this head set up and add, it looks like there's 8 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads that do not show up in the Greek Hoplite kit. However, everything that's in red shows up in the Greek Hoplite kit. There's also an argument that there are heads in here that are duplicated in a way that we don't see in the Greek Hoplite kit. So for example, these 2 heads are the same head, and they do that a couple of times here. Like again, this one here is also duplicated twice. I think I saw there was one up here. Yeah, like this one's duplicated. So if you're looking for more of a certain kind of helmet, they show up more in this than they do here, because like that head, let's just take one of these for example, this one here, which is listed here as H18. You can see it shows up twice, so 4 times in the head sprues, because there's 2 sprues per kit. And over here, that same head can be found here. If I bring it in here, there it is. So that head here is this head here. And you can see it shows up on one on the sprue here. And you have 4 of them that show up over here. So if you're looking to add more of a certain kind of helmet, you have some duplication on this that would add more of those to your Greek Hoplite set if you're looking to blend this in. But beyond that, again, the comparison to the Greek Hoplite set only goes so far. This is clearly designed, as is stated in the box, to go with their older sets and with their sets like their Hypaspists, like their Libyan spearmen, that don't already come with Greek heads. So just for everyone to see, now that I've done that comparison, just do a quick overview shot so you can see all the heads that are included. And again, for those that saw the Greek Hoplite box, you'll see everything in red is a head that you've already seen before. What's interesting, though, is those heads that are in white, the 8 on the sprue that are in white, I don't know where those come from. And I've had I guess I have not had the Hypaspis kit, but I've had the Libyan Spearmen. I've had all of the old Hoplites. They're definitely not from the old Hoplite sets. I haven't had the unarmored Hoplites, but the heads that I've seen in there from like sprue shots online, it doesn't appear that they're from that kit either. So I can only imagine, like, looking at this, that looks like a Hypaspis head to me. But what's weird is that I don't know why that would be included if this is designed to go with the Hypaspis set. So if you know where these heads in white, I'll give close-ups of the heads in white here. If you know where these heads are from, just drop a line down in the comments, and I'll pin the comment just so that everybody can be aware of where they're from. But yeah, these heads in white are not in the Hoplite kit, and from memory, they're not in the Carthaginian set either. So what I'm curious about, though, something I don't think that I did with the Hoplite set is put these heads on their older style kits. I compared the scales, I think, between the older sets and the newer set. But I don't think I actually used these heads on those older models. So I'm going to cut real quick. I'm going to do that, and we'll see how those stack up. I think I've got a couple more Carthaginian Libyan spearmen too, because again, it looks like all of their models here are from the Hypaspis set. So I'll put a couple of those together for you just so you can see how these heads convert up with those miniatures. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to show you here. So first of all, this is a Victrix Carthaginian Libyan spearman model from their Warriors of Carthage set. And ignore the spear again. I think I showed this one off in the Macedonian Phalangite review. But initially I saw this head and I thought, aha, that's what it is. And sure enough, though, it is a variant. So like here's the head this is definitely from the Carthaginian set. And then this one you can see is a little bit different. So I still don't know where this head is from, or indeed where any of the white heads are from. So once again, if anybody knows, please let me know. And it looks like I did do some head swaps on the Carthaginian models on my Greek Hoplite unboxing, because here's one that I must have done there that I just found in my bits box. And then here is another model. So this is from the Carthaginian command sprue. And this one, I must really like this head because I grabbed it again. Oh, actually, no, this is a slight variant. There you go. So these models are both from the Carthaginian set. This is, again, left from the command, and on the right is from the spearman sprue. And you can see these heads look great with these models. Just really, really nice if you're looking to add some variety to your Carthaginians, if you're trying to turn them into Greeks, what have you. Same thing here. So again, this model, the body, is from the Carthaginian Libyan infantry sprue. Again, it's actually a combined sprue, but the models are from that set. As I mentioned in the Hoplite video, the arrow skirt is actually from one of the older Victrix sets. This arm is actually from a different Victrix set. This is a super kit patch because that arm is from the Imperial Romans advancing kit. But critically, the head is from the Hoplite box, but also the sprue that we just took a look at. And I think that they look really, really good. The scale is exactly the same. Now, how do they compare with the old Hoplite models? Because again, I don't think I did that in my last video. And the answer is perfectly. In fact, here, let me just show these models real quick. So again, these heads are both from the new set, and these are the bodies are from the 4 older Greek sets that Victrix put out. Because again, those bodies are all the same across all 4 sets. It's just the heads are a little bit different. If you get the Thebans, if you get the Spartans, what have you. But I think that it really elevates these models. And I can show you what I think I realized is going on there. So this head in my right hand is from the older style boxes. And it looks fine, right? Like there's really nothing wrong with it, but I found a kind of comparable head on the new sprue here that I wanted to show you. Kind of a comparison shot between the two, because there's two things that I realized. One is, I mean, look how much better the sculpting is on the right? So that H27 head is the new one. The old head is on the left-hand side, even down to like the eyes, etc. So the sculpting has definitely improved over the years, and we've known that. Those of us who've been dealing with Victrix for a long time, the sculpting is much, much better. But in addition, look how much, I guess maybe you can't see from the angle, but I think that the older heads are too big. And I never knew that. I mean, like, I've always looked at the old models and thought, oh, the new stuff looks better. But I realized part of it, I think, is that the heads on those miniatures are just too big. And so I think that the new heads here help to solve that problem. And that explains partially why it makes the old Hoplite models look so much better when you put these new heads on. So what's the verdict? I think this is a great kit. I really like that Victrix is delving into conversion sets. I had personally recommended that they do a two-handed weapon set. So all of the two-handed weapons that you can find across their Vikings, their Huskarls, kits like that. If they would combine that like this into a single sprue, you could then take a kit like their Normans and add a whole bunch of two-handed weapons to it. So we'll see what they end up doing, but I really like the idea that they're taking bits from their existing kits to make conversion kits for their other kits. See how many times I can use the word kit in a sentence. But in terms of who this is for, this is, I don't believe, for somebody who already owns the Hoplite kit. Again, the caveat to that is, if you're looking for these 8 heads in particular, the ones in white, have at it. Or if you're looking for duplicates of certain heads that are on this sprue, you could certainly pick this up and add this into your new Greek Hoplite set. But who this is really for are the people who have older style Hoplites that you want to add these heads onto, or have, again, either the Libyan spearmen from their Carthage set or the Hypaspists from their Macedonians, is what, as the back of the box says, this kit is designed to be blended in with. So anyway, beautiful sculpting as always, another cool kit, and I like to see this direction from them. So I think I'm going to unbox the Victrix Normans next, the Norman crossbowmen. So we'll probably see that video within the next week or so. And until then, in the meantime, happy gaming, guys.